You're seeing visual effects that look more and more photoreal, and that's where things get really exciting.
This was not at all what it looked like on set. Props to the visual effects team, because this is amazing.
Here's a little peek behind the curtain at the visual effects that help bring this very satisfying sequence to life. Max in the mind layer.
I've been waiting to hear those words. I am here, Max, to end your suffering once and for all.
So in this sequence, Max has been following the reapparition of Billy.
Obviously, she's grieving, but she's also feeling really guilty. Nobody knows that, but of course Vecna does.
And she sees this kind of membrane of fog pulsating and this calling through that mist, only to find herself inside this kind of realm of Vecna's mind, the mind layer.
The set was pretty impressive. It was like a full-on platform that was built on a soundstage.
You're not really here.
We always try to combine real art department constructed environments with these digital elements.
And so all like the pillars in there and the ground was there and everything, but the sky, that was all just like a blue screen.
The more you can practically build, the more you're helping your actor do their job, but you're also helping the audience with kind of an on-ramp to believability. She was standing in a real rocky, bloody kind of pan.
And I'm just remembering how slippery the ground was and how careful I had to walk on it.
One thing that people will assume wasn't real but was, is that winding staircase. That was very much there, and it allowed me to frame the expanse of the mind layer and to also do shots behind that staircase, which is always useful if you can have a foreground element that actually exists. This shot here with blood dropping, that was a practical dummy with dripping glycerin. We augmented the gauntness of the face and the hollowing out of the eyes, but again, those were real dummies mounted in the practical set, which gave Sadie something to react to.
Chrissy's dead body didn't look as good as it looks in the finished product, but Vecna looked just as scary in real life as he does in the show.
Would you like to join them?
This was the first scene that I ever had with Jamie, who plays Vecna, and my first time ever seeing him in his full prosthetic suit and everything. I mean, it's terrifying. Like, you'll be setting up for like a different shot or something, and then he's like in the corner, like growling, and he's just like completely in it.
Vecna is able to animate these kind of twisted gnarls, flesh-like vines. We had Sadie running towards us and then falling into a stunt pad.
There was like a rope tied to my ankle and then dragged me across the floor.
We had about 3 guys on the end of a rope while we dragged the stunt Max on her belly and up against the pillar.
But the vines, like when I'm like... None of that was there, so that was kind of just like strain my arms and my neck to make it look like there was something wrapped around them.
3, 2, 1, go!
But we wanted the vines themselves to almost echo the flesh monster from season 3. To have this kind of churning, undulating life inside the meat, if you will. So you've got the meat of the vines, that was one stage of the process. Then you had rough animation where it doesn't look like real life texture. And then slowly but surely you're seeing visual effects that look more and more photoreal. And that's where things get really exciting, because it started with a leap of faith, but you still get that excitement when you start watching a sequence that looks like it actually happened.
It's right here, I got it. Now!
Once Vecna has Max pinned against this pillar and he's slowly kind of moving in for the kill, she has a vision, this kind of glimpse of her friend back in reality in that cemetery, trying to wake her up from this Vecna-induced trance. She's running her ass off through this muddy pool, and she has to essentially be reacting to objects falling from the sky that weren't falling. So Sadie is bobbing and weaving and faking it, basically. It also helped that we had Sadie's stunt double take these awesome wipeouts into the muddy, bloody water. And so it creates, again, a combination of digital effects and real energy.
It's definitely scary, and like it feels real, like the stakes are really high. It was not like the easiest set to film on, but I mean, it looks amazing.
From artists to visual effects engineers to an entire cast and crew. It's deeply gratifying to tell stories that has both spectacle and emotionality that hits us where we live. Because for me, my favorite kinds of storytelling are the ones that do both.
Thank you so much for watching Stranger Things 4, only on Netflix.